Hi, this is Coach Charles Braun with Fit Health USA here in Herndon, Virginia. Our topic for today: I can barely eat healthy for an entire day. What should I do about that? Okay, so the idea is we ask people to change their eating habits for good. And if you're going to get a long-lasting weight loss, you really do have to change your eating habits. So the case is when you're at the very beginning, or even after you've been trying for a few months, you've tried 6 or 10 diets and nothing seems to be working. You can't change your eating habits for an entire day, so what can you do? All right, step one is try eating at home all day and take everything out of your house that's bad for you. Everything. Well, I won't touch that. If it's in your house, you will eventually eat it. And if it's the last thing that's in your house that's bad for you, and you have nothing but good healthy food, and that's not going to sound tasty to you, you're going to go eat whatever that bad food happens to be. I don't care if it's stale pretzels. If it's the only bad thing in your house, you will eat it eventually. So go through all of your cabinets, your refrigerator, your freezer, and take everything out of there. Throw it away and give it to a friend. Give it to a homeless shelter. Do something with it, but get it out of your house. So that solves the problem at home. Now, you're out at a restaurant. The best thing you can do at a restaurant is decide what you're going to eat before you get there. So in the old days, before I lost all of my weight, I would walk into a restaurant, I'd open up the menu, and I'd say, hey, what looks good? And then I'd pick from there. And you might start out with some kind of cheesy appetizer and then go to like a burger and fries and wash that down with 4 or 5 beers. And if you had any room left at all, you would try to cram in some dessert. My particular favorite is to look for ice cream on top of brownie wherever I went. And so if people had that, or if the restaurant had that, then, well, I'd want to try it. I might convince some of my friends to come in with me on it, so I'm not eating the whole thing, but I'd try it. Now, just imagine everything that I described there. So if you're trying to get healthier and lose weight and tone up, obviously that process isn't going to work well. So when you go to that restaurant, you've got to have something in mind that you're going to eat before you even look at the menu. And then maybe not even look at the menu at all because you don't want to be tempted by something else. That will work well until you're with that group of friends that are going to convince you to eat something else just this one time. All right, now you are in a situation where you have to make a decision. And I recommend to people to have one cheat day a week. So maybe that meal at that restaurant at that time is your cheat day meal. But if you're planning on having cheat day on Saturday and it's Thursday and you have cheat day on Thursday, it means you can't have cheat day on Saturday. And so that's the problem with the idea of, I'll just make this my cheat day. Because when Saturday comes around, you're expecting Saturday to be cheat day. Maybe in the initial phase, you need to cut down on the number of times you're going out to eat. Oh, but I want to see my friends. I completely understand. Invite them over to your house and cook them a healthy meal. Oh, they might complain about that. Now, there's something pretty interesting. When you cook up a good healthy meal and people haven't had it in a long time, they'll actually start to congratulate you for cooking something that was really good and they weren't expecting it to taste so good. Now, let's say you're trying all these things and nothing is working. Then you have to look a little more closely at your motivation. At the beginning of the year, everybody creates these goals in mind, and if they don't have a strong enough motivation, they're not going to reach those goals. We call them New Year's resolutions. I know you've heard about them, and I know that you know almost everybody breaks their New Year's resolutions every single year. If you're going to keep your resolution, if you're going to meet your goal, if you're going to truly eat healthier, you have to find a motivation that's strong enough to keep you going long enough for you to establish that new habit. And if you really want to make sure that happens, then you need to have somebody who's going to hold you accountable. Somebody that's not going to tell you, oh, it's okay this one time, it's all right. Somebody who's going to tell you what you need to hear. And that is, you told me you're going to have one cheat day per week. Today is not your cheat day. Let's eat something healthy. Okay, in summary, what can we do about this whole situation of I can barely eat healthy for a day? When you're eating at home, you have to get all the crappy foods out of your house. They have to go because you will eventually eat them if they're there. When you're eating out at a restaurant, pick out what you're going to eat ahead of time and then order that. Don't even bother opening the menu. If you're going out to eat with friends that are just going to give you a really hard time, you know you're going to cave, invite them over to your house and make them a nice meal. All right, let me know if you have any further questions or comments down below, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.